Today we're going to take a look at using Microsoft Whiteboard as a place to annotate and create diagrams for students. So to start, you want to begin with actually installing the whiteboard. The whiteboard is going to be found under your taskbar under the Windows inking tool. There's a little pin on your taskbar. When you click on that, you'll see the whiteboard with a little circle and an arrow. When you click, it will actually download and install your whiteboard. Give it a few minutes and let it install. Once it is done installing, you will see that it changes to the whiteboard logo, and you are now able to open and use your whiteboard. Once your whiteboard opens, go ahead and go through the accepting of policies and the get started, and you're going to go right into a whiteboard. Now, in our whiteboard, we have multiple tools at the bottom. These are going to give us the ability to draw. So these are our inking tools. You can say got it when those things pop up. You have multiple pens down here. When you click on a pen, you can choose colors and sizes. So you have fine all the way to quite thick. There's also a highlighter. If you click on it, you can change the colors as well. An eraser tool, a lasso to select and move things around, and a ruler that's actually nice if you're working with math and science and looking at angles and other things. You can drag. You can even use the touch screen with your fingers on your new laptop and control angles. If you bring a pen out with the ruler and you draw against it, it will give you a straight line. You can then click on the ruler again and take it away. Your eraser will erase small sections, so you can come through, or if you want to get rid of a larger section, you can use the lasso. You can use the lasso to select and delete. There's a fun Galaxy pen also that the students really like, so using that is always a treat for them. But one of the biggest things to look at once you have chosen your pen, you can hit the checkbox here, is you can add a lot of things. You can add text, you can add notes, sticky note, and type a message. You can also bring in images. There's your own images. You can take a picture. So if you have a document, you can hold it up and take a picture. And you can search images, or you can insert files you already have, such as a PDF. So I'm going to do that right now. We will navigate to wherever we have our PDF saved. Mine is in my documents. So we can bring in, here we go, Rescue Dog Saves Family. And maybe I'm going to teach my students how to annotate or take notes. So I'm going to insert selected. Now this is only one page, but you can insert multiple pages if you have a longer PDF. So I can say insert selected. I can move it wherever I like. I can zoom in and out however I would like. And then I can use my inking tools on top of my work. If you have a stylus at home, even if it's one of the like rubber tip styluses that came with signing up for a bank account or something like that, you can utilize that. Or you can use your finger. Remember, your computer folds 360, goes into tablet mode. You can sit it nicely on your table or on your lap and use your finger to trace or write out whatever you're working on. So what I would do is, help my students find text evidence. Maybe I want them to answer questions and they need to highlight, so I can have them select their highlighter. And I need them to highlight, why was it important to adopt dogs instead of buying a dog at the pet store. So something like Chrome had spent most of his short life in an animal shelter. Well, that's sad. That makes me sad for the dog. And I would have them annotate. Another thing that they can do is like rewrite or say, like right here, I think they should have had an extra explanation, or these words are unnecessary, or this portion of the story was unnecessary. Maybe they're going to annotate someone else's work, especially my older students. You can bring in math sheets. You need to teach students how to do new math problems. If you have a worksheet, they can do that. You can also just have a blank spot on your document and actually have students or work problems with your students if you're introducing a new concept. All of this can be recorded using Screencast-O-Matic. So if you wanted to walk them through something simple like just 9x equals, and you just need them to start learning how to solve for x, you can walk them through the process of dividing by 9. You divide both sides by 9, and so that's now 1x equals 2, so x equals 2. You're going to walk them through that process. They may have a worksheet at home or something that they're doing for you, but you can record how to do this so that A, your students can continue learning, and B, your parents can help them at home. The students can watch the videos over and over again if they need to. They can pause, do some work, go back, re-watch a section if it didn't make sense. One of the neat parts of this is when you come to your menu, you can also export what you have written out as an image, and it'll save to your desktop. You can give that to your students as well. Personally, I prefer the video so the students can see all of the work happening and how you got there. You can actually think through your process and walk them through that. Now, if you're not going to keep a whiteboard, you can just select an area, delete what you don't want to keep. Same thing with documents. You can delete what you don't want to keep, sticky notes, and then you just start your next lesson right there. The whiteboard, again, work on it just blank. You can change your backgrounds. There's several different, you can do different colors if you want, change it up for the kids. Give it a black background and write in your galaxy marker, and it's at least exciting while they're watching. Some of those Khan Academy videos, it's a black background with the glowing marker. It's interesting to the kids. It helps keep their attention because it's different. You can also do things like grid paper, and it'll do it for whichever color you have chosen. But this way, when you zoom in on the grid, they get bigger. You can write out graphs and charts. Okay, maybe not in the and we can work through, I have my charts. And have my students working to continue their graphing skills. Again, use this to teach new things. Use this to reiterate and review things students have already learned. Recording it and allowing it to be a part of your Google Classroom or your Seesaw is incredibly beneficial, not only to your student, but to the parents that are helping them at home. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your instructional technology specialist for your campus. And guys, we're gonna make all of this awesome and super helpful for our parents, our students, and everyone else involved.